Good evening. Everyone who is here is a human, not machine, not a stone of indifference. We are invited here mostly because we have reminded sensitive people. We have reminded human. I remember this day. It was 2014, when during the fighting near Lugansk in Ukraine, more than 10 seriously wounded were brought to the field hospital. There was only one paramedic and me with my camera. These wounded, injured guys, some without an arms, without legs, they bleeding and they looking in my eyes. I dropped the camera and I gave them first aid. I remember how later people accused me of breaking professional rules, professional ethics. They said, "You are a journalist, so you have to be neutral, stay aside, just watch and record." But I am the human first. Only secondly, I'm a journalist, lawyer, etc. And when I watch men bleeding in front of me, no matter nationality, he is a soldier, prisoner of war, or civilian, I give him first aid. I help him because I am a human. I would like to congratulate the awarded colleagues from all over the world for their courage and remaining sensitive regardless the situation. They are amazing women who fight for human rights, for women's rights, and minority rights, and who have been through the hell of war. In Ukraine, where also people and organizations fighting for the rights of people with disabilities, fighting against racism and homophobia. Today, everyone is fighting to survive. Russian rockets kill everyone, women, children, men, people with disabilities, LGBTQ, everyone, no matter if you're walking on your legs or wheelchairs, everyone. There they have no chance to fight for their rights because they're fighting to survive. Every morning I read the report how many were shot during the night. We are here less than 2 weeks, and during that time, multiple funerals took place, including a few people I knew personally. Probably now, during this gala, the rockets are falling down in Ukraine at this moment. And tomorrow morning, we will read how many hits and how many dead. I'm Polish. My country is neighbor of Ukraine. And Polish people saw that the war is so far from us. However, 1 year ago, everyone in Poland understood how close it is. At the first peak of people escaping from the war from Ukraine, over 140,000 people crossed the border in one day, and it was each day, every day, first month of the big war. And over 1.5 million Ukrainian refugees received shelter with Polish families over the year. I dedicate this award to brave Ukrainian women who are fighting for their lives, for their freedom, for their country. And to Polish women, journalists, volunteers, paramedics who are going to the war zone, as well as the women in Poland who have opened their hearts and house 1 year ago and helped to refugees. Since 2014, I try to tell to everyone that the war in Ukraine is the big and dangerous war, but nobody listened to me, it was seems to me. And I covered it in Euromaidan. Then aggression of eastern Ukraine. The war already began. Russian unprovoked invasion of Ukraine. In 2014, as I mentioned, I provided first aid under the bombs, and finally I was wounded, injured. But that didn't change my attitude. But then disinformation against me began. Russian propaganda tried to justify themselves. After several surgeries and rehabilitation, I was able to come back to work, and thanks to my work in well-known morning show, I was able to collect a big amount of humanitarian aid, which I covered to the front zone. At this moment, my house became a storage with humanitarian aid, I just crossing the border all the time, till now. And Ukrainian soldiers saved my life, but not that's why I'm report from the war and help its victims. I'm doing this because someone has to. Most often in my reports, I show women who found themselves on the war with their choice or without choice. Female civilians and soldiers. Women are the main characters of my reports, but not only from Ukraine. I remember the women fighting and suffering in Syria, where the war is going on for 12 years. And after catastrophic earthquake, the over 90% of Syrian people live in misery. Women shows the courage in military operations and fighting with propaganda. That's why it's important to talk about them. And I'm really appreciate for this opportunity today. I don't know if they will hear me, but I want to thank to the First Lady of United States of America and Secretary Blinken for their words at the White House Ceremony Awards. I would like to thank to the organizers of this wonderful program and for you, everybody who is here. Because courage, it's also speak up and acting according with your beliefs. Courage does not come once and easily, it's growing. And now it's needed for everyone and in all fronts. For example, for corporations, business corporations, who decided to lose their profits because they declined to cooperate with aggressors. And many countries, it's up to governmental officials to take courageous and effective decisions. Courage is not born when we are calm and secure. Courage is born when we feel fear and we choosing how to act according with the truth. I want to thank to the United States of America for your continuing help to Ukraine. Let's stay sensitive to others. Let's stay human forever.